Hi, this is Chaz Palminteri, and if you're thinking about getting your eyes done, the only person to see is Dr. Rothman of LASIK of Nevada. I flew all the way from New York to be here, and Dr. Rothman did my eyes. And all I could say is, it's a miracle. I could see. You see Dr. Rothman of LASIK of Nevada.
From the Strip in fabulous Las Vegas, Nevada, this is Pub Crawl, where each week we struggle to recall our adventures in and around Las Vegas, giving a unique perspective on the best places to tear it up in the entertainment capital of the world. Now, without further ado, here are your hosts, Alicia and David Ivy.
And welcome to Pub Crawl, the best source of Vegas and drinking goodness. I'm Alicia.
I'm David, and I'm cleaning our dirty glasses, old bartender style.
How's that? Ooh.
Why they did that? You were just saying they don't do that anymore. It's like they probably couldn't do that.
Probably a health violation.
And then doing that, but doesn't that seem like a bartender? I need a garter on my sleeve.
That's right. That's right.
Hey, we've been to places that have garters on their sleeves.
Yes.
Which I appreciate, by the way. I think that glass is pretty dang clean.
I think so. Let's get the show started by welcoming the live studio audience. So welcome to live chat room. Chat room. And you, take it away.
And, hey, this is only the second episode. Is this our first episode of the new year? No, it's our second. Okay, I was going to say, it's a new year. Well, we missed a week last week, so I'm a little off my game.
Oh, get back on it. Come on.
So, anyway, if you want to get hold of us, just as last year, this year you can do it as well. You can get us at pubcrawl@vegasvideonetwork.com. And we got quite a few emails today. This is going to be a busy episode. Also, follow us on Twitter. We're the LV Locals. The network is Vegas Video Network on Twitter. Was that down today because of the whole hoo-ha? No. It wasn't? Okay. Because Facebook wasn't down. But Craigslist was down.
Damn.
But
what's that toll-free listener number?
It is. If you want to talk to us not in person, but if you want us to hear you speak, 866-966-4599.
It's always a fascinating part of the show for me.
Isn't it?
Also, every Friday night, the great KSHP 1400 AM Las Vegas. I got bit by something. Man. Like all over, like back here too. You know what? I went to the thrift store and bought this jersey, and Lord knows what's in this jersey. It's bed bugs.
We're going to ask you
nice.
to walk out of here now.
And also, if you're on the Roku, which everybody seems to be, you can catch the whole network on Roku. You can even catch us live on Roku.
Mm-hmm.
And we're on iTunes, audio and video. Leave us a 5-star review, and we'll talk about you in a good way. And we're on YouTube as well.
All right. Well,
but now I got this whole mass of stuff over here for a well-known yet complicated cocktail of the week.
Let's go.
Now, you've all heard of it. You maybe have all had one. I'm not the biggest fan of it, but I'm going to learn to become one because it's a kind of a breakfasty thing. Ladies and gentlemen, this week on Cocktail of the Week, it's a Bloody Mary. Woo!
Yay!
Look at all the stuff. Tomato juice, vodka,
like
lemon juice, Worcestershire sauce, celery salt, ground pepper,
line 'em up.
sausage taste. I just to be cool, I always want to say it properly. It's Worcestershire sauce, not Worcestershire, even though that works too. All right. Now, the way I watched them do it in New Orleans is at the bottom of the glass, pre-ice.
Can you see the glass here?
They would put some pepper.
Spices.
Oh, and I'm going to need that. Put the pepper, some celery salt, which just tastes like celery to me, but I guess that's the whole point. a dash or two. How much? What am I doing here with the?
They put
A
that
dash.
in first, huh?
Yeah, to kind of get it.
Kind of muddle it up.
Yeah.
1 dash of Worcestershire.
I like Worcestershire sauce. I really do. It tastes like steak to me. Because when I was a kid, I used to put on steak. A1 was expensive. All right.
What about the hot sauce?
Ooh, and now hot sauce. Dash. But we like it pretty hot. This is a new hot sauce that we're trying.
Hot pepper sauce to taste.
We got it at, it's Mancini sauce.
We got it in an Italian mart.
Right.
It's Al Mancini sauce.
It's Al Mancini. we wouldn't put that in a drink.
We just squeeze them really hard. And it comes out.
Well, they have those. They have the juicers. They have the lime size, the lemon size, and the Mancini.
The Mancini size, right?
Size.
It's pretty weird. Like,
It's like a wheelbarrow. And all right, then we'll put some.
and you're just kind of swirling it there.
I'm just swirling it around, just to kind of mix up because there is solids in there. I mean, there's pepper and celery salt. How much lime juice?
Okay, looks
Lemon juice.
like half an ounce of lemon juice.
That's a lot.
in each glass.
It's about that. That's a half a shot. That's good.
Okay, then you need 3 ounces of tomato juice.
Now, before we do that, now I'm gonna go ice
Oh,
because I just want to get this cool little shot of goodness in there. In fact, that's looks like one of our bull shots from episode 2.
oh man. That's probably one of my least favorite drinks we've ever made.
Mine was.
Or the Pisky Wickle, I don't know.
Watch it.
In retrospect,
Right.
I never craved that. I never
we're doing-
crave a Pisky Wickle.
We were doing like an ounce and a half of this, like
yeah,
like
ounce and
we
a half
meant
of
it,
vodka.
like we mean it. And that's looking pretty good, I might say. And then we're gonna top it off with some V8 juice,
3 ounces of tomato juice.
which is the same difference to me. How many calories is that?
We're not counting tonight.
No, we're not. No, and this isn't bad anyway. The whole can's only 30. Yeah,
That's not
No,
bad.
it's only 30. So that'll be mine.
And if you're fancy,
Which
a
we're
garnish.
not.
You could have like a pickle garnish or
Supposed to do a celery.
celery.
But
I've seen some pretty crazy garnishes.
well, in New Orleans, they do the hot, the spicy beans.
Oh yeah.
Which are really
yeah,
cool.
the spicy string beans.
You know what I got to admit? That's pretty good.
That is pretty good.
You know what the secret is? I think is Worcestershire, but not too much. I've watched people. We were at Toby Keith's Bar and Grill, and they make
Sweet.
things in mason jars. Now they should have a rule like
I'm
we will
going
not
spicier.
make you a Bloody Mary in a mason jar,
No, that's
because that's
gross.
literally like a whole can of tomato sauce, tomato juice. But they put like literally a shot of Worcestershire in that. I was watching them make it. That's a lot of Worcestershire. This is really good.
That's
The way
good.
Bob Scott says hash house. Hash house.
Oh,
they're supposed to
you
have a
know,
good one.
he's exactly right. Those are wonderful there. Yeah, they're really, really good.
And next door, over
Belvedere.
at the Barrymore,
Barrymore.
the best Bloody Marys I've ever had.
Well, ours was same company, Holstein's.
Oh, Holstein's, yeah, they have their beef.
Yep, the beef
Broth one.
Yeah, we talked about it on the show. I don't know what episode.
Really
but-
good. Excellent drink.
Well, anyway, now that
Okay.
that's done, let's take a quick station
No,
ID.
wait, I have a drunk term.
Oh, the drunk term.
Don't forget about the drunk term.
We won't.
Okay, so this week's drunk term is a Cicerone. So that's spelled, for you who don't know, a Cicerone. This is actually a term that I learned like about a week and a half ago. We were out, and it's basically a Cicerone is a sommelier for beer, basically like a beer expert.
Wow.
And we met the only one in town,
We'll
which
be
we're going to
talking
talk
about
about in our adventure. But I thought that was cool because I've never heard of that before.
I never have either. We'll have to talk about the awkward moment when he said what he was.
And we're like, you're a sissy? You're a sissy? What do you mean?
Oh,
You're a sister?
I thought he said his name was Cicerone. I don't know. Anyway, we'll talk.
we were so confused. Yeah,
I know.
we'll
I
talk
never heard
about
of
it.
But anyway, well, let's do a station ID, and then we'll come back with
Pub Crawl Adventure.
Pub Crawl Adventure.
Traditional media believes that after about 3 minutes, you'll tune out. Most Vegas media companies think if it doesn't jiggle, you won't tune in. At the Vegas Video Network, we think both are wrong. The Vegas Video Network is the first and only live online broadcast network that specializes in insider news and expert views about Vegas. We combine great storytelling with the ability to watch when and where you want on your computer, mobile device, or television. Discover the real Las Vegas. Visit VegasVideoNetwork.com.
And we're back. Hey.
We're back.
Hey, it's Two for Tuesday. You know what's funny? We talked about that all day on Sunday because an adventure we'll have to go into. We'll call it the timeshare adventure, where I mistakenly gave my number to a timeshare people because we were going to go do that for the show. For you guys, not for us. We were going to go investigate what is all this timeshare business. But doing that, I gave out my number. And hey, David, is Alicia around? You guys ready to talk? Hey, when are you going to be around? Hey, we're going to do. And they talk like that. It drives you mad. Like, what are you guys doing next Thursday? We're doing a little thing over at the Polo Club. Yeah. It's all the, it's not Polo, it's Jockey Club.
Jockey, yeah.
Oh, yeah, just do a little tour of the Jockey Club. Yeah, and you can get 2 free tickets to anywhere in the continental United States, but not Hawaii. Well, we'll give you 2 tickets to Hawaii anyway, just because we're cool. We don't expect you to buy anything because you're locals. Yay. And we're back. It's Two for Tuesday on Hump Day Wednesday. Yeah. God, man.
Yeah.
I don't know how those people live with themselves. All right. Well, anyway, I was in the studio. I got a call from him like 10 minutes ago, and I was like, all right.
Okay.
So, let's start our little adventure at a place that just changed its name, the LVH. And I know what you're thinking. The heck is the LVH?
LVH?
Well, and I got to hand it to the terrible marketing at the LVH because we were driving down the 15 freeway, same fame, different name, LVH. Hey, if you're not a Vegas insider, you're going same name, same fame as what? What does that mean?
Yeah.
Because the LVH, if you didn't know, which who would have, unless you live here, it's the Las Vegas Hilton switched their name to the Las Vegas Hotel. So it's LVH. But that billboard just baffled me. LVH, same name, or different name, same fame. Same fame as what? So we went there. It's the same exact place. Nothing's different. We went into a club, that's CLHUB.
Although we didn't intend to start off there.
No, we were meeting a friend for his birthday at Space Quest, our old Space Quest. Everybody knows us at Space Quest. We love that place. We spend many an hour in there. We go there, but it's after 9-ish or whatever time it was.
So it turns into the club.
The club. And it's real clubby. Like there's 12 people there. It's all, everybody clap your hands. You know that song over, it's just that over, you know, move to the left and move to the right. Yeah. Everybody freeze. Everybody clap your hands. Right.
You know it quite well.
Well, anyway, so they're doing that. Hey, David? Yes?
I like that song.
I do too. I think it's fun.
Well, and the people do it. I mean, it's a big karaoke thing, and but everybody, it was in the club, and everybody's doing the, you know. Anyway, there's another one too that's the shuffle something. It's the exact same song. Anyway, I'm looking pretty slick. My suit jacket on.
So everybody's sitting up at the Space Quest bar, and
All our friends.
In the meantime, they're setting up this club around in the casino. It's kind of like a makeshift club.
Yeah, it's not really a club.
It's kind of weird.
Right.
So then they start having bouncers position themselves, and they'll let the people out of the bar that were previously there, but they won't let new people in if you don't meet the dress code.
I didn't meet the dress code. I was wearing a suit jacket.
It's so ridiculous.
Suit jacket, striped pants, but I had Chuck Taylors on,
yeah.
which is not he said those are
no gym shoes.
No gym shoes.
No gym shoes.
First off, you're not allowed to wear these in the gym. I mean, I guess you can wear them, but I mean, anybody's gonna go.
In what year? I mean, they're not comfortable.
Yeah, 1950, you wore them to the gym. You know, but you don't wear them to the gym now. But but I understand their point, and I'm not blaming the guy, because let's face it, the place is really on that teetering edge of being extremely ghetto. So,
well, it's on the north end of.
But there's already been.
Strip-ish.
We've talked to several employees. There's been quite a few incidents there.
Grand opening, grand closing incidents.
As Chris Rock would put it. Yes. Yeah.
So they're careful. They're careful.
And so I understand. If they let me in with gym shoes, next thing you know, you got to let everybody in with gym shoes. And now you've got you. So anyway, I understood. So, but what a strange thing. It's Space Quest, nerdy casino, Star Trek fans kind of thing. or previously, and then at 9 o'clock they rope it off, put the guys in the suits on, and like, sorry, blah blah blah. It's like, I don't know.
I think they have sexy stiletto contests or something too.
Well, they were showing.
There's all these pictures, like blown up pictures of ladies' shoes, but like with really bad toenails.
Long toenails.
Long toenails, and cankles and all sorts of stuff. It's like that's not very sexy.
So anyway, I wouldn't recommend Oasis at Space Quest on weekends. Not the best place. So we went over to Tempo Lounge, which it used to be, before it was Tempo, was a killer central bar in a hotel at the Hilton. I used to love it. Turned into Tempo, now it's $10 a drink, and you're at the Hilton. I'm sorry, you're at the LVH.
You're at the LVH.
Not worth it. Still had an okay time, all our friends, because we couldn't get in. Us, the slobs, couldn't get in to the fancy Oasis club at the LVH, so all of our friends had to come out and meet us at Tempo. So
what'd you think?
Our first experience at LVH, I give it 2. But we decided to go somewhere fun and ended up at Gilley's Saloon. You know what? Woo-hoo! Now look, I might not be fancy enough for the LVH, but I'm fancy enough for Gilley's Saloon.
Damn straight.
Mm-hmm. So we go to Gilley's, and the first off, it's Thursday night at Gilley's. Now, you got a little flyer.
I did.
Now, I got to hand it to Gilley's. There's a lot of country bars in town, and these guys
and they have some really good drink promotions. So we went on a Thirsty Thursday.
Right.
Presents Ladies Night. Ladies drink for $1 from 7 to 10 p.m. It's well drinks and draft beer, which is pretty good.
Yeah.
And they've also got live entertainment, no cover, starting at 9. And then they got the toughest cowboy competition at 10. I don't know what you got to do, but I remember that. Yes, I mean, they've got, it's like every day of the week they have some awesome drink
You're talking
deals.
about a cool place, though. This is TI. This is Treasure Island. I mean, you're on the Strip, and they're doing deals like that on nighttime. That's so cool.
Well, it's pretty smart because they're competing with Stoney's.
And they're competing with Toby Keith's and
South
all those.
Las Vegas Boulevard.
Right, yeah. And all these country places. And they're doing a great job. They do have the Mechanical Bull, which apparently there's not really any kind of restrictions on who can ride it or how many people can ride it. Let's tell you a little bit of video. I think we have a little bit of what I was capturing whilst at Gilley. So yeah, there's not really any
restrictions.
Yeah. No, it was fine. No, that was fun. I mean, they were all. I mean, it was a great time.
Yeah, they all fell off shortly after that.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, they all kind of slid right off the back. Well, they kind of put the heavy girl in the front, which probably wasn't the brightest idea. Gilley's was a blast. The drink prices are great. TI is firing on all cylinders. Someone probably in this room probably knows who owns that place. The old Western guy or whatever. Oh, yeah. Loveman? Bill Ruffin. Man, and he's not.
Close enough.
Right. Yeah. Whatever. And but what I like about the North Strip is it's an independent kind of place. You've got the Venetian, which is Salzburg or whatever his name is. Alta starts with an A. Aldemont, whatever it is. Adelson. All right. Then you got that guy, that Steve Wynn guy.
We have an expert in the studio audience now.
We got Steve Wynn, and then you got the Strip. I mean, that whole section of the Strip, these are independent places where the whole rest of the Strip is all Harrah's and Caesars. That's kind of cool. They're actually putting a Senior Frogs in TI. Yes, another cantina.
Even though employees at Isla were commenting, if we'll be here in 6 months.
Funny, we were at Isla, which is the little Mexican place we love. That's right across. That's in TI. Now we love it because the bartending is great. That we don't eat there. They do it great. They have great nachos. They seem to be on tacos and tequila, which is awful. Well, it's awful because
we've never had a good time.
Never, but we were there that same night. We're like, hey man, it was happy hour, which it always is from noon to 7 at Isla.
And they have a huge mezcal selection, too.
They do. So we were having a good time. We said, hey, we'll see you next time. And the bartender just under his breath went, if we're still here. And we didn't even know what he's talking about.
Yeah, like, what does that mean? Oh.
And we walked out right into the wall that said, Senior Frogs.
The Great Wall of Frog.
We're like, they probably don't need 2 Mexican restaurants.
And that place with Gilley's and Senior Frogs is going to be
gonna kill.
Crazy.
Flamingo's putting in Carlson Charlie's, which is brilliant. Yes,
Yeah.
it's already roped off. Yes,
It is, yeah.
exactly. Well, you know what? Vegas has figured it out. That's what we want to do. We want to go to Diablo's or Pink Taco or whatever. We want to
go like to the party place where you can people watch, you can drink, you can eat, you can hang out for a long time.
I was looking the other day, like, what do I want to do? We woke up in the morning, like, I want to go to Vegas, but you know what I want to do? I want to go to a cantina. I want to go get some chips and salsa and a margarita and just party. That's why we like Margaritaville. That's why we like all these places that we like, because it's a fun party atmosphere. There's a band or there's music and it's a cantina. And now they're opening 2 major cantinas. So that's going to be
Great.
Anyway, so woke up the next morning after Gilley's, feeling a little bucked after that Bronco ride. And went to something I've been hearing a lot about, which is mint Indian cuisine. Now, it's an Indian buffet. We love Indian food. Being from Southern California, we had lots of Indians.
And Indian food.
And it's maybe my favorite food in the world, outside of maybe like pizza or chips and salsa. But like a type of food, Indian food is just killer to me.
And you know what's even better?
What?
$10 Indian buffet.
$10 Indian buffet. But you know what's not better than that is Mint's Indian $10 buffet. I was completely underwhelmed. Like,
you
wow.
really didn't like it.
I really didn't. But you know what? I said something and you called it like a champ.
Remind me.
By the
what
way,
was this?
we used to have great Indian buffets. That's what the best way to get someone into Indian is buffet, because you can see what it is, try little pieces, and go, wow, that was great. You can order off a menu of Indian. It's like, well, it's going to be this goo with some goo in it. You know?
Spicy
And a lot
goo.
of people get kind of weirded out by that. But so you can see the goo and try it and go, oh, that's just spinach. Okay, great. In fact, we tried a couple in town. I don't know what it's called. There's a place way out on Rainbow and Decatur that was great. Just like a regular Indian place, nothing crazy.
Was it Taste of India?
I don't know. Who knows? Indian places have terrible names. There's Gandhi's, which apparently is good, but I can't imagine eating at a place named after a guy who's famous for starving. Like for a hunger strike. I don't know if that's really. Is that even appropriate? And then it's like, it's like, you know what I mean? It's like.
And then there's Gaylord.
Sunglass Hut's changing their name to, Helen Keller's. It's like, does that make sense? Like.
Keller's Vision.
Keller's Vision. It's like, it's instead of like, whatever. It doesn't really, that make sense? So, and then there's another place called Mount, it's Himalayan, Mount Everest.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's not even in India. I mean, not to be too geographical, but that's in Nepal. That's not even, anyway. But Mint, everything was overcooked and dry and overcooked and just cooked to a crisp.
Oh, I know where you're going now.
Right, and I'm like, and I was just like, I'm not digging this at all. $10 or not, and but Yelp reviews are crazy good about this, and I'm like, what are people stupid? And then, but in front of me, and I came up to say it to you as if it was a good thing. I was like, oh man, you know what's really cool about this place? Right in front of me was like a guy who worked here. Mm-hmm. Apparently, I hope he worked here, because he was going through, he was opening every container and putting the thermometer in it and like poking something. And then the next container. And it sucked because I'm behind him trying to get my tandoori on, and he's slowing me up. But when I sat down, I'm like, oh, that's really good. So it's healthy. And that's why it's overcooked. Maybe they had an undercooked problem.
Maybe. I
no
mean,
one is guessing.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I can tell you for sure the stuff
they're doing the right thing and checking all the temperatures, but
Right.
everything was a little dry.
Yeah, so I think they might have,
It's a bit done. I mean,
they're being really cautious, apparently. I don't know why, but they are. Everything's going to hit over 140. I guarantee you that. That chicken was 190. Not a big fan. But it got a.
I didn't think it was that bad.
For a lunch buffet, it was a 7.
It was $10 for a buffet. Come on.
I know. For a lunch buffet, it was a 7. For an Indian buffet, it was a 2. It was still better than most lunch buffets. Don't get me wrong, but it was just for an Indian, it wasn't that great. So anyway, we're so used to we're on this crazy diet, so we're not drinking a whole lot. So it's so weird to leave a restaurant. And I'm still kind of loopy, and I'm like, hey, baby, maybe I shouldn't drive, because, you're like, you haven't had anything to drink in 2 days. I'm like, food buzz. Yes. It's like
That's a weird thing.
we did that twice that week because we went to that new Casa San Juan, something Mexican food, like a couple days later. Same thing. I left like, hey, baby, take my keys, man. I can go and no. Wait a minute. I don't have anything to drink at all. I just had a burrito. It's
We're
like
food drunk,
you
man.
get that same high.
Yeah.
It's really cool. And so we walked out. We did walk out. It meant like, just all like, yeah, man.
Now let's go get a real drink.
Yeah. Now we get the other because I'm always cautious. I don't want to drink and drive. So, but it was just so weird. It's like I didn't. I ate and drove. It's almost as dangerous.
Lots of Indian food.
So anyway, so what we ended up doing is going over to the Venetian, which we love, and we didn't even know it was open, never heard about it. We were so out of the loop on this. We're just walking through the Venetian, as we do, kind of working off our calories is what we were doing, just getting a little booty shaking. What's this place? Brand new place, right between Aquinox, across from V, right there by the Blue Man Group Theater.
Grand opening on New Year's.
Apparently it was, and we missed it, but it was open this weekend. It's Public House. Not to be confused with Public House, which is opening at, I think, Luxor in like 3 months. Funny enough.
Is the one in Luxor going to be called the Public House?
I don't know.
They're both called Public House?
Yeah.
That's
I think
confusing.
I know it pretty much is. So we didn't know what it was. We kind of looked at it, and I swear it was like a dog with a new dog. We're like, we came in, we stopped, and I bet if you had footage of us, if you can go back and check the surveillance video.
We walked and we stepped back, walked, stepped back.
Yeah, I mean we did.
What is this place?
We're like, what? This is brand new. Like when you bring something new, like a new.
Because it was unexpected.
Right. We came up, sniffed the menu. And I remember commenting on the menu, not knowing that the people that were standing in front of the menu worked there. Like, oh, come on in. We're like, oh. And we were like really leery. The game was on, though. We're like, oh, we should go in there. But we didn't. We kind of went over to the bathroom, and then we kind of walked around and kind of just snuck up on it. Let's go in. Remember? Because we walked around a little bit. Let's go try that place. That'd be good for the review. We went in there. To me, what I thought it was an American-style pub because it was like a pub, but the pictures were all like colonial, like, what do they call it? Political art kind of things from like colonial days. I thought, well, this is cool because there's a lot of British pubs, there's a lot of Irish pubs, but American pub, that's cool. That's a great idea. And it's funny, I asked the bartender, is this an American pub? She's like, it's a gastropub.
Is this an American gastropub?
Yeah, that didn't really answer my question.
No, sir.
So we sat at the bar and started to notice what's going on here?
Yeah.
What a cool place. I got a picture. If you can look at okay, look, we're sitting there and I'm going, what? Those are the pipes leading to the taps from all this huge beer, all these beer kegs in the other room. It's really cool. Like, wow, that's really kind of interesting. I mean, it was really pretty.
It's a really nice design. They've got a nice lounge area.
Oh, yeah, everything is really low. Like all this, there's no like real tables and chairs, all kind of couches. Bitchin' place. So we're sitting.
Great menu too.
The menu is off of the bone.
We have a picture of that menu.
Yeah, we can read through a couple of those.
Just kind of the bar, the smalls, the bar foods.
Yeah, like bone marrow and like,
grilled octopus.
Yeah.
What else? And like the price. Well, the price it's a little pricey. The roasted bone marrow is $14.
Yeah, but
But it looks really good.
Yeah, but that's the kind of stuff they have.
God's dying in the corner.
We sat at the end of the bar. The game's on. Here's playoff season. And started to talk to the staff, kind of as we do. We kind of did our thing. Which is, everybody goes, how do you do your thing? Well, that's kind of what we did. We sat at the end of the bar, started doing our thing, talking to the bartender, and you could tell they were we had no idea how long they had been open. And I suggested, I don't think they've been open very long.
Oh, because I ordered a martini.
Well, I ordered aviation.
And yeah, yours was okay.
It was mostly right.
But then I ordered a gin martini, and the bartender, she completely kind of screwed it up and was going back and forth, and we were like,
she made it 3 times, but not for you. You never said I don't want it. She would make it
and bring it back, and then finally she was I guess I don't know, embarrassed of doing it in front of me, so she took the whole setup and she went to the other side of the bar and made it, right. And then she came back again. I was like, whatever, as long as I get it.
We never said a word, but I noticed one time she did the Boston shaker trick, with the shaker and then dropped a big ice cube in your drink.
Yeah.
And now but she did it right in front of us, so they can't pull it out.
Yeah.
Probably, who knows if she would have or
Yeah.
not. But I'm like, and I was like, well, that's not good. I'm sure she heard me. I'm like, so she was like, oh. So eventually, the third one she made down the other night. So it didn't.
So we're just watching her.
We're not saying anything. We're just waiting 20 minutes for the drink. But it wasn't like, when you go into a bar and you wait 20 minutes for a drink, they ignore you. No, she was making it for 20 minutes. So I'm like, I don't think they've been open very long. So we asked, how long you guys been open? They said, we had our grand opening on New Year.
New Year's
like,
Eve.
that was like 2 weeks. Oh, you know what? Never mind. And we're not going to, no bad review because, hey, you just opened and it's packed. It's playoff season. There's not a seat open in here. And hey, bless you guys. Do whatever you're going to do. So we're doing our thing. Hey, what's that? What's that? What's that? Like, oh, this is that and this is that. Mm-hmm. Then this guy comes up, which is the coolest, craziest looking guy. Like, hey, guys.
Oh, with the coolest mustache?
He's like, but he was more like a. I don't know
what that is.
He
had the coolest, biggest, curliest
We
mustache.
had like a big old-timey mustache, but he was also wearing a pink tuxedo shirt with the ruffles and a bow tie and had a big handlebar mustache. And he couldn't have been 40,
No, I think younger than that.
Well, I don't know, who knows. But anyway, he goes, hey, guys.
I don't know what you're doing.
I don't know. I just think it'd be funny if he did. But he didn't.
Hey, guys.
No, he was like, hey, what do you guys do? And he started talking to us. I'm like, hey, we started doing our thing. What do you do? He goes, I'm the Cicerone. And we're like, whatever. And we had no idea what the hell he just said.
And so we were talking to him. He said he's a Cicerone. We both were like,
oh,
I don't know what that is.
congratulations.
But we didn't say anything because we're just pretending like we heard it. We're like, oh,
Well, that's
okay.
how we roll. Oh, really?
Oh, okay.
Killer.
And then so he proceeds to tell us that he's the Cicerone. And
Yeah, no, that's all we never. I didn't hear what he said. He said Cicerone. Like,
so anyway, he's telling us that about the place and the beverage program,
Right.
and kind of the layout of the place. So they've got a wine tasting room in the back. They've got 24 beers on tap.
And I put my foot in my mouth because I went like, you got wine? See, that's kind of our next thing. We don't really know much. I'm like talking big, like I don't know, because I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm like, oh, wine? I don't know much about wine, but I want to start learning wine. He's like, don't even bother. Learn beer.
And we're like, okay.
Okay, whatever. Oh, okay, beer, whatever.
And
so we
so-
still don't know what a Cicerone is or
Yeah.
what even he said. So anyway, yeah, what a great guy.
Oh, and I don't think we took any pictures of the cask ales, but right at the end of the bar on the right-hand side, they've got a couple of like blanket jacketed casks, and they're actually the cask ales that they make.
Whatever, and if you don't even know what that means,
You have to try
you're a cretin
these.
because everybody should know what that is,
Well,
even though we had.
This is the first time that we tried it.
We had no idea what it was. We're like, what are those things in the bags? Like, it's cask ale.
It was really good.
There's no carbonation. They made them like today or whatever.
And it's different every week because they had two types. They had a Firestone IPA, and then they had a Duchetta's. How do you pronounce that? I don't even know.
He said, and since we were being cool, he's like, hey, want a sample? I'll get you guys a sample. Hey, give me a couple samples of the blah, 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 the IPA. And I right off the bat, I'm like, I don't like IPA. But whatever. And I didn't. I'm like, oh, that's all right. But he was like the third guy to go, we're out of the other one, which apparently is the good one. But he said, you know what, I think I can get another pint out of that. And literally turned it and was like poured out like the last pint out of this cask.
And it was really good.
I know, like, whoa, can you get another bite out of that? Like,
Yeah, and it's interesting too because there's a little bit of sediment on the bottom too, a little bit of the hops.
yeah,
'Cause
it was good.
Yeah.
So anyway, so he had to go do his business. So then I went to our bartender girl. I go, hey, so who's that guy? She's like, oh, that's Russell. Like, oh, he gave us his card eventually later, but he goes, oh, that's Russell. Like, oh, is he the manager or whatever? She goes, oh, he's the Cicerone. We're like, oh.
We're like,
But now we can go,
what's a
what the heck
Cicerone?
is a Cicerone? That's what he said. And she's like, oh, it's like a sommelier for beer.
Right,
Oh.
a beer expert.
And apparently there's only one in town, and he's like the only one.
Apparently it's pretty new, and you can go to school and get certified to
I was
be.
like, wow, okay, cool. Then he came
Cicerone.
back around with this card. Hey, guys, blah, blah, blah. This, that. We're like, oh, you're they didn't count. Cicerone. Oh, I thought you were from Sicily, and I didn't really, in that Cicely Tyson movie, and then, whatever. I mean, we had no idea. So then we're talking to beer. It was, what a great place, though.
And what a great place. What a cool guy and awesome.
It is in the
I
Venetian.
can't wait to go back.
It is expensive. I mean, when you get your bill and it'll be over $50 for two of you, and
Yeah.
we had 2 classic cocktails and a couple pints, and it was $50. We
Yeah,
didn't
like
even eat.
the martinis, just the drinks were $15.
Yeah, they're $15. But you're at the Venetian. But luckily, if you're at that bar and it turns 6 o'clock or whatever time it turned, that right across the street, V Bar open across the hall.
Oh, yeah.
Those are half price.
2 for 1s.
Yeah, so we went over there and had 4, probably. Enough to where we had to walk for the next 6 hours to walk that one off. Ended up eating pizza. It ended up being
It was fun.
Yeah, it was a kind of a...
Oh, but something we noticed. We made a note here. The Venetian.
Have you guys been to the Venetian lately?
No. It used to have this really strong Venetian smell, and now it's gone.
Right.
The
You know
smell
what?
is gone.
You know what it's just knocked back to 2004 levels is what it is. It's still there.
Very minimal.
But it is way down. Because I remember before we lived here, the Venetian was our favorite place. It was pre-Palazzo. We'd always stay at the Venetian if we could. It was just a great place. Those rooms are killer. The bar's fun. The staff is great. And the smell was good, and we used to miss it when we weren't here. But then when we go back...
We used to go home and open our luggage and...
Like, oh, it's the Venetian. Now, but the last couple of years, it'll take your head off. It's so
it was
strong.
kind of nauseating.
But now, we walked through. I noticed it. We're walking through. I'm like, hey.
Where are we?
Yeah. It
smell like home.
Yeah.
When you first walk in there, do you go,
yeah.
yeah, I do.
Well,
And I like.
Oh, no, I do too.
It was
just had gotten really
getting strong for a while.
And it's funny because we can do a whole show on that. Because see, like Monte Carlo, I love, but that smells exactly like roses. City Center, I hate, but that smells like vanilla. But it smells like sticky vanilla, like vanilla ice cream stuck on little kids' fingers, like that sticky, awful, sweet vanilla. But every place has got their own smell. But the Venetian kind of had a horse breath kind of smell. It was kind of horsey. Do you know what I mean? It kind of had that horse back.
I never understood the horseback thing.
Something. But anyway, it's gone. Oh, it's not gone. It's just back.
Like
it's subtle. But
yeah. So we thought that was interesting.
yeah.
And that was our adventure.
Now we're gonna do an extra long, extra thick.
Hey, bartender.
Hey, bartender. Oh!
Uh-oh. The ice monster.
The production booth ran out of ice. So now, see, you don't hear Don Pardo or who's the guy on Price is Right? The guy's been on it forever. Hey Bob, got any ice up there? My gin's getting a little warm.
You're making me feel bad, David.
Not kidding. As funny as that would be. All right, so this is where we hear from you guys, and we've got quite a few emails, so let's just get to them and hear from the folks.
Okay, the first one is from, hold on, Dave and Alicia, or should I say, hey, bartender.
Hey.
It's me again, crusty old fossil rocker.
Oh, he's on the live chat now.
Oh.
Right now?
There we go.
All right.
That's the old fossil rocker. Rocking the fossils.
Okay. We have a pub crawl adventure that you might get a kick out of. And don't mind me, I'm a little congested, so I'm trying if I can get through this.
But he wrote congested?
I am.
Oh.
I'm trying to throw you off.
How would you know?
I am. I'm trying to read it. I'm like, okay.
Okay.
A few years ago, we stayed at Circus, and daily at noon, we would make the trek down from Circus down to Excalibur and back.
That's a long walk.
That's a great walk.
It is a good walk.
We should do that. Burn off some calories. Not quite sure how far that is, but we didn't mind the trip. This one particular time, we started out on the Riviera side of the Strip and got quite thirsty by the time we made it to Harrah's and their outside bar. I can imagine.
Court.
Mm-hmm. Mind you, our goal each time is to stop in every casino and get 1 to 2 comp drinks by playing video poker in the bars, then move on. But Harrah's had a bazooka, a 100-ounce drink you can wear around your neck, and it came with 2 huge flex straws. We paid our $25.
It's over.
Oh, it's over.
Oh.
We paid our $25. And when the bartender asked us what we wanted for a drink, we simultaneously said, Long Island iced tea.
Oh, they
not
even do
realizing what it would do to us over the course of the next 3 hours.
that? Wow.
Come on. You knew.
Would they even make one of those in that?
I wouldn't think they would. I think they would charge you like double or something.
I know, because not just a side tangent, at Margaritaville, you can get the which I think is such a brilliant idea. Their big drink, it looks like a blender, but you can't get a perfect margarita in it. They'll put anything in that. They'll put a mudslide in that if you want it, but they will not put a perfect, because it's like that's 90% tequila and that would kill somebody. At Long Island in one of those?
Harris too. Yeah, okay.
Wow.
With our drink, we struck out for the rest of our walk. Only now, when we went into each bar on our way, instead of drinking out the free drink, we just dump it in the bazooka minus the ice. Oh. I remember abandoning the notion to hit the bars after the turn at Excalibur and passing New York, New York. Now we're in a race to make it to the restroom at each casino. I also recall avoiding Caesar's Palace because of their exiting people conveyor belt mover never works, and I knew we wouldn't make it in time to the Mirage. 4.5 hours later, we made it back to our hotel room, where we stumbled in and snoozed/passed out until 1 a.m. Got up and did it all over again, minus the bazooka. We always have a good time in Vegas. Cheers. Oh, that was a great story.
That's a great adventure.
Bravo.
It's funny because I love hearing what other people do. It's like, because we kind of do those kind of things where you're like, and you can't put into words the entire adventure, because there's like, oh, what happened at, Imperial Palace, and what happened, and there's a million little fun things. Where else could you do that? You do that in most cities, they arrest you.
I think here and New Orleans.
Yeah, New Orleans. But
it's about
that's about 4 miles, right? Because isn't that the exit from Trop to? Yeah, Trop to.
3.4.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. Okay, next one is from Will. Let's see. Dave and Alicia. I was staying at the New York on Christmas Day when you were all at Nine Fine. You said gentlemen, Nine Fine Irishmen.
Right.
Wish I'd crossed paths with y'all. I wish I would have loved to bought you some food and drink and celebrate Christmas. Dang, better luck next year. Yeah, we're saying that too. Come on, next year. It's expensive there.
I know.
Hey, I was wondering about something that David said on pub crawl number 60. You said that 2012 was your last year here. Are you leaving Vegas, or are you referring to the end of the Mayan calendar, ushering the end of the world?
That's it. No. We're not leaving Vegas. No. 2012's it's all of our last year here. Like last year,
Okay, well, he thinks that's cool because he's coming out on the 20th to witness the end of the world.
That'd be the way to do it.
So we'll see you then.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Oh, wait. No, we can leave Vegas.
Okay, next one comes from Ted.
Hey.
Hey, David.
Oh, I know this is
a hey, David.
Yeah, I put my foot in my mouth.
Just an FYI. Casa Fuente is a world-known cigar lounge. It is a flagship lounge for the Fuente Cigar Company. They are huge. Michael Frey of Rum Bar is a partner in the venture with the Fuente family. It is somewhat a mecca for cigar aficionados. The bar is simply an accoutrement for the smokers. It is high-end and not cheap. Good call on letting people know that that isn't one to put on one's bar hopping list.
Well, I tell you this, we were there, we went by there this weekend. Spent a lot of time at Caesar's. I don't know what it is. That's our new place. We're a lot of time at Caesar's. It was unusually stinky this time, I think, because it's cold, everything's closed. But you know what? It's about the 10th time we went by there, and it's about the 10th time I noticed there's not an empty seat in it. So
yeah, it is. It's
they don't need
stinky,
us.
but it's packed.
It's packed. The outside, well, it's not really outside, but outside of the bar, inside the mall, there wasn't a seat to be had.
So if you like cigar bars, check it out. If you like regular bars, probably not.
Right.
Okay.
I had no idea.
Next one is from Maddie B. I've been to Planet Hollywood and Caesars 6 months ago.
Caesars again.
Caesars, yep.
I love that.
And had the exact same experience.
Oh, really?
He's talking about the Planet Hollywood, of course.
Oh, the Planet Hollywood.
The service was slow and the staff didn't know anything about the menu. The food was horrible and my friend's meal never even came out. All those cardboard cutouts on the back wall are faded and dated. I would definitely stay away. If you want good, well-priced food and drinks, head to the Palm Resort and Caesars right at the beginning of the Forum shops.
Now, see, the Palm, it's funny. We went again to Planet Hollywood, and you were shocked. We walked in to Caesars. We're walking to Caesars because I was looking for gloves. By the way,
did you bring your gloves?
I got my guest gloves.
He's so happy.
My goat skin guest gloves for $27.
And I got these killer little, like, furry, awesome gloves. I'm not wearing them today, but for $11 on sale.
We went in there to shop because we went out to the strip. We were going to do our thing. It was like Saturday or whatever. I'm like, man, I'm freezing. I need some gloves. So we went, we just did them all and found them. And you were shocked. I go, let's go to Bon Hollywood again. You're like, really? I'm like, we had a good time. This time they didn't buy our drinks for us, so they were a little expensive. We found out how much the well drinks are. They were like $10 a pop.
Yeah.
It's a crazy place. It wouldn't be my favorite, but I don't hate it. But I tell you, we went by the Palm many a time. It's the Palm. Mm-hmm. I've eaten at the Palm on Doheny and Santa Monica in LA once, and I know what the prices are like out for food. I mean, it's a really fancy place, but I've never eaten there. But that's one of the places that I would like to try. That's a transplant kind of place. It's supposed to be a great steakhouse. So right across, it's also across from Spago. I say street, but across the mall, little part, thing. Mm-hmm. I've never done Spago either, but
yeah, we did.
Oh, maybe we did a year.
Long time ago.
Oh, there you go. I'd like to try the Palm though.
And our last email is from Dan Gurga, if I'm saying that right. Hey guys, love your show. I got a Roku for Christmas, and I've watched half your episodes. Yay! I'm coming to Vegas for Super Bowl. Where's the best party? I prefer dive bars, but would go to a cool casino bar if it's going to be a good party. We're staying at Monte Carlo and would like to be within crawling distance. Also, if we're ever in San Diego, come and see him.
Well,
hey, San Diego.
Well, here's the thing about Super Bowl. Last year, we were in a sheer mad panic over Super Bowl. Every place charging. They're doing crazy stuff like $75 all you can drink and eat, or $50 all you can eat. And every place kind of closes down. Mm. You almost need to call and make reservations.
Oh, you do, and a lot of places are already sold out.
It is so out of control that this year somebody's having a party. We're actually going to have it. We're just going to do we're staying home this year. We're having people over because it's just out of control. I tell you though,
but we will investigate, and we can.
It is so fun. Last year we did Kahunaville, which was great. Miller's Ale House is doing a great deal. They're doing $75 all you can drink and eat. I know they're doing that. Everybody's going to do one. Margaritaville's doing one. Everybody's doing it. But you've got to, if you're staying at Monte Carlo, I'm sure, where we just watched the game this week, Diablo's is going to do one, and it's going to be great. But I would call Diablo's now.
Yeah, I better make your reservations
and say
now.
I want to get in there and watch the Super Bowl. And they'll probably charge you $100, but it'll probably be a buffet and like free beers all day. It'll be that kind of a deal, but you'll probably have to pay $100 to get it. But that's what I would say. Or the pub at Monte Carlo is also going to be great.
Yeah, we have a chat room.
I have the inside scoop for a Super Bowl party.
Oh.
Vegas Sports Day, one of our shows,
right,
is sponsored by Covers.com. They're having a big Super Bowl party on Friday,
right,
at Caesar's Palace.
Oh, really?
At the Shadow Bar.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Free drinks, free food.
On a Friday.
Free everything, yeah. All you have to do is RSVP. They've already got 200 people who've RSVP'd.
We'd go to that.
Party at Covers.com. Really? Party at Covers.com.
And that's a Friday party.
Friday party.
But for the actual bowl.
Yeah. But you should go.
Right.
It's going to be a big deal there.
If you're going, I'm going.
I'll be there.
We're going.
Jacob will be there.
Friday.
Well, there we go. That's the Friday party.
And Teddy and the professor will be there.
Right, because with Super Bowl in this town, it's what do they call it on that Visa commercial? The most epic day in America, and it literally is. It's epic here. It's epic. I mean, it's just the whole day. It's like, a lot of those sport events here. What's that horse race? Kentucky Derby. Huge.
It's that little horse race.
It's huge here. But yeah, I would say if you're going to stay at the Monte Carlo, call the pub, call Diablo's, like now, and say you want to go there. The pub will be great. That would be a really awesome place to see it. But I'm sure they're doing a buy a ticket, $100, whatever. So that would be my suggestion.
All right, that's all I have for Hey Bartender.
Really? Mm-hmm. Oh, you do? Mm-hmm. All right. Well, it doesn't happen in Vegas, but it happens on this show, and it happens every week.
On this show.
On this show. Last call.
Boo.
If you want to find out what... Wouldn't it be great if I did it like a number?
Yeah, I thought you were going to do it.
Oh, wouldn't it be great?
Like a pirate shanty,
Yeah.
shanty song.
But this is last call. where you find out how not to get knocked out, thrown in jail.
Hey, tough crowd.
Hey. Not always a tip, but here's a tip that we learned last week, and man, this saves troubles. I'm a kind of easygoing guy, but one thing that makes me mad is City Center. Makes me mad. And you know what makes me mad about City Center? I can't get around it. It drives me nuts. Hey, I'm at Monte Carlo. Everybody knows we love Monte Carlo. We park at Monte Carlo or New York, right there between them because it's great outside parking. Hey, let's go anywhere else in Vegas. We got it. Monte Carlo. I don't even know how this was legal. No, not Monte Carlo. City Center. How this was legal to take a perfectly working sidewalk that you could walk, and then divert it into your crappy property. How is that legal? That can't be legal.
$9 billion will do it.
Man. So if you walk on the other side, now you risk getting mugged over at the Hawaiian Marketplace, but you know what? You're better off on the other side of the street where all the shanty stores are, and that's terrible over there. But it's been there forever for your convenience, and I've never done it, but until we did it this weekend. I mean, hey, what's that monorail thing that takes you right to Bellagio from Monte Carlo? It's wonderful. You get on the monorail.
Yeah.
It's at Monte Carlo. Next stop, Aria. Don't get off. Next stop after that, Bellagio. Woohoo! And it's like you're at 4 minutes. You're at Bellagio. Now it does get you out. You don't get to see Cosmopolitan, but whatever. It's worth it not to have to go up into Crystals and then down, and then you have to take this escalator over Harmon, and then the monorail on the other side, because everybody knows the monorail on the MGM side, but that costs money. This costs nothing. You just hop on it and boom, you're at Bellagio in 4 minutes. It's 4-minute monorail.
Nice.
And you don't even have to see City Center. Well, you see it from outside the window. And actually, to be honest with you, it's pretty from outside. I love City Center from outside. But if you have to walk up them stairs and down, oh.
Yeah.
So. This episode of Pub Crawl brought to you by MGM. But anyway, that's my little tip for this week. Take the monorail. Awesome. So great. It also drops you off at Vidara. I don't even know what that is. It says next stop Bellagio and Vidara. Vidara. I think it's condos or something. I don't even know what it is. I have no idea. Is it? Okay, all right.
Yeah.
It's like the Trump. I'd like to go in the Trump. But I don't think you're allowed in. Am I allowed to walk in?
I think there's a bar in there.
Okay.
You can go in there.
Okay, because there's no casino. So can I just walk in here?
The bar and a restaurant there.
I hear there's a great bar upstairs, I guess, but never done it. Maybe we should do that one of these days. We're in the Trump Plaza. Sounds fancy.
I think so.
So, anyway, thank you, live studio audience.
Thank you. Thank you, live chat room.
Live chat room. I was just checking myself out. I was like, hey,
Staring
my
at
hair's kind of
yourself.
flat over on this side. Just checking myself out.
So check us out on Roku.
Roku.
Check out David's hair on Roku.
You know what? We were at Stage Door, one of our new favorite places, and it was nighttime at Stage Door. We were really risking it. We walked in. We ordered
Zombies were in full force.
We ordered $2.50 drinks, and a lady at the bar goes, "Hey, you're on that Vegas thing on my Roku." I'm like,
oh yeah.
and she goes, "And you're the other girl." And I'm like, remember that? And I'm like,
the other girl?
like if I'm a girl, I'm the ugliest girl ever. and there isn't a girl, and then you're the other one.
I'm the other girl.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well,
I'm just hanging out.
I don't think she didn't mean anybody. I was like, and you're the other girl. I see you. I watched your episode. I was like, hey.
Well, I hope she's watching right now.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Hello,
No, I can tell you. It's the other girl said hi. And remember, if you want to get hold of us, it's pubcrawl at vegasvideonetwork.com, pubcrawl@vegasvideonetwork.com, Twitter, we are the LV Locals. The network is Vegas Video Network, which is really easy to remember. What else we got? KSHP, the great 1400 KSHP every Friday. Can't beat that. Friday
There you
nights, KSHP if you live in Las Vegas. I know. I was looking for some backup. Where's my backup?
I'm just hanging.
Hanging. Hey, be sure to catch us every Wednesday night. Hey. Pub Crawl. Hey.
So until next time.
Remember, Pub Crawl urges you to drink responsibly, which we have done today.
Yes.
And
So
remember,
far.
we may leave stuff out, but we do not make stuff up. Until next week, cheers from Las Vegas.